In this screencast, I'm going to walk you through our Blackboard course and what all is incorporated in there, what will we do inside here, since we'll be working in two different systems. In Blackboard, when you first log in, you will come to this landing page. You'll see the announcements first. All of your announcements will also get emailed to you. They will get emailed to your CWY email address, so make sure that you are checking those, but you can come back and always look at any of the announcements I've sent out. Typically, I send 1 or 2 announcements out a week just so I'm communicating well with you guys and let you know if there's anything that came up that you need to know about. Now to get back to your announcement page, that is that first button here on the left navigation side. The next button down is the faculty information. Here you have my email address, my office hours, and a little bit about me. Next we have our syllabus and our schedule. Here is where you can view everything for the course that you will need. Here's the syllabus, and you'll notice I'm using this box feature that's really nice for online courses. You can make it full screen by pressing this button here, and then you can scroll through just like you would a Word document or anything else. You can hit escape to get out of that screen. You can also print it and download it and share it if you so desire, or you can zoom in and out. So this is a nice feature. You'll see this throughout our course. I use this a lot if I'm putting documents into Blackboard. And then here we also have our schedule as well with all of the due dates and everything you need to know. Under course content, here's where you'll find everything you need to know for the week, and it will also let you know everything, where you need to be, what assignments you have, all that kind of stuff. Right now, currently, you won't see everything you're seeing on my screen because I have the editor still on. This first week, all you should be able to see is General Technology and Week 1. And so in the Week 1 folder, which you've already gone to if you're watching this, here is all the content you will need to look at for that week. And then inside the folder, I've given you any of the assignments that you need, how things are due, where things are due, timelines, all those kinds of things. All of your content you'll find inside these folders, as well as videos and extra help you might need to get through the course. Next, we have the discussion board. And in the discussion board, I really want to see all of you guys use this, as it's a much better form of communication than just emailing me with all of your questions, because then I might be sending the same email out to 10 of you where we could have had that discussion here. So here's the Ask the Instructor discussion board, and here's where I would like you to post questions you have that might be relevant to everyone else in the class. So if something seems glitchy or something's not working right, or maybe you're having a problem with one of the quizzes, this is a great place to ask me. Now as we go through the course, I'm going to open up other discussion boards. So the next couple of weeks we're going to be working in General Technology. If you have any questions specific to the content with General Technology, I'd like you to ask them here. It just dives it down a little bit and weeds through it, so if students know they have a question about General Technology, or here we're starting Word in a couple of weeks, you can do that here. This is also a great place if you're having a problem maybe with a grader assignment in Word or something like that. This is a great place to ask those specific questions so that you as students have an easy way to find answers to your questions and get them answered in a timely fashion. This research paper discussion board, that's where we'll be posting things regarding the research paper, And so when you see that assignment pop up next week, please pay attention to where those things need to get posted. This discussion board is where you'll post your topics, and that will happen next week. Next, we have the Class Resource button. In Class Resource, here we have several items of extra resources for you. A lot of the videos that I post into Blackboard come from gcflearnfree.org, and so you can go straight to this website if you want to see extra. I don't post everything that they have, but if it's relevant to that week, I'm posting it in there, so you're welcome to take a look there. Microsoft, wrote the programs we're looking at. They also have great tutorials and trainings on their site. And then here's the companion website for our book. I also have quick reference sheets right here. And if you take a look at these, they're just quick sheets that you can print out and have next to you as you're working in Word or Excel or PowerPoint or Access. These are just great cards to make notes on, and they have a lot of the information on there that you might have just simple questions about. So all of those are there, and once again, this is under that Class Resources button. Now we will have a little bit of group work throughout the class. We have a couple of blogs, and we have a group project in Access, and here's where you need to go to access your group information. you should see one group here, not 6 like I do. And when you click on there, you should then be able to see your members as well as tools. So if you were working in the discussion board, you need to do that here. And any blogs or anything else like that needs to happen within this group area. So here's where you'll get your group information. So the group blog that's due this week, you'll click on group blog and go into there. Other resources we have are tools, and here's where you'll find a variety of things, and you can go to a variety of different places within here. Most of the time you're not going to need this button. The most likely times you'll want to use it would be with email. If you want to send email to me, you can do that through here. And if you want to send email to other students in our class, you can do that through there as well. It will give you all those options. You can also access My Grades from here. Now our grades the grade book will be in My IT Lab, not here, which is why I don't have it over here on this list like some other classes you have might put it there. But I don't want it to be a distraction. The only grades you will see here are certain things that we take inside of Blackboard. So the few quizzes we have this week, this is where you can find your results, and also the general technology exam. Those 4 things are really the only things that will show up in this grade book. You need to be checking My IT Lab to actually see your grades. Anything that shows up here I will move into My IT Lab, so you will see all of those grades reflected in one location. At the end of our course, the course evaluation will come up. That will happen 2 weeks before the end. And then we also have the Student Resources button. And here's where you'll find a variety of things that the campus has available to you. So if you have the user guide for Blackboard, if you have any questions on how to use it, that's a great place to go. There is tutoring and study labs. For this class, there is tutoring available to you. So you can check with the tutoring lab and see if you can schedule time to go in. Lots of times you can just go in and work, and there'll be a tutor around just to, if you have questions in any of the computer labs. There's also the one-stop information. Here's the library resources. I recommend that you go there while we're writing the research paper. There's a lot of good resources in the library. There's also a link to the bookstore, and just a variety of things you can look through. So that's what that's about. So we will be working half the time in Blackboard, half the time in My IT Lab. You'll find most of your content in Blackboard and most of your assignments in My IT Lab, with the exception of a few. So pay close attention to your schedule. It does tell you where those activities are due, whether they're due in Blackboard or My IT Lab. That is the most confusing piece, so please keep your schedule really close by so you know exactly what's going on. And that concludes our screencast for Blackboard.